Hey everyone, we're going to talk about something you almost definitely have in your kitchen right now, olive oil. We think of it as this super healthy staple, right? But what if I told you that most of the olive oil out there is actually missing the one thing that makes it truly powerful? Yeah, let's dig into that secret. I mean, think about it. It's everywhere. That beautiful green gold liquid, it's just become synonymous with the heart-healthy Mediterranean diet. And we feel great using it, right? We're convinced we're making a healthy choice every single time we drizzle it on something.
But here's the twist. For most of us, that's really all it is, just a belief. The actual science-backed health benefits, they might not even be in the bottle you're buying. It's this wild paradox that's sitting on millions of supermarket shelves right now.
Okay, so let's really unpack this paradox. How can something be so universally seen as healthy, but at the same time often fail to deliver on its biggest promises? Well, the whole secret, it boils down to a single, really powerful class of compounds. And here they are. Meet the polyphenols. These guys are the unsung heroes of extra virgin olive oil. They're not fat, they're not calories. They are these potent bioactive molecules that do incredible things inside our bodies. And here's a little clue. If your olive oil has that sharp, bitter taste and gives you a peppery little tickle in the back of your throat, you're tasting the polyphenols. You're literally tasting the good stuff. So let's get to know the stars of the show. I mean, while there are a bunch of different polyphenols, science has really zeroed in on a few key players that are responsible for the most profound, the most amazing effects. Okay, so we've got hydroxytyrosol and tyrosol. These are incredible antioxidants. But the two I really want you to focus on are oleacein, which is a total powerhouse for our blood vessels, and the most famous one of all, oleocanthal. And this one, well, it has this fascinating, almost unbelievable connection to a common painkiller.
And this is how we found out about it. It's a great story. Back in 2005, a scientist named Gary Beauchamp was at a conference in Sicily. He tastes some of this fresh-pressed, super high-quality olive oil, and that peppery sting in his throat immediately reminded him of something he'd tasted back in his lab, liquid ibuprofen. He just had to know why. So his investigation led to this absolutely stunning discovery. It turns out that oleocanthal, the compound causing that sting, is a natural anti-inflammatory. And get this, it works in the exact same way as ibuprofen, by inhibiting what are called COX enzymes. I mean, think about that. Two completely different molecules, one from a plant, one from a lab, doing the exact same anti-inflammatory job. It's incredible. So a natural anti-inflammatory is pretty cool, right? But that's just the beginning. The research on what these polyphenols can do is frankly staggering, especially when it comes to our two biggest health concerns, our hearts and our brains. You know, when it comes to heart health, polyphenols are like a multi-tool. They act like little bodyguards for your cholesterol, preventing the bad LDL from oxidizing, which is a key step in plaque buildup in your arteries. They also help your blood vessels chill out and relax, which lowers blood pressure and even reduces the risk of clots. And look, this isn't just a theory. The massive PREDIMED study, and this was a landmark trial with over 7,000 people, found that a Mediterranean diet supplemented with high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil literally slashed the risk of heart attacks and strokes by an incredible 30% compared to a low-fat diet. 30%! That is a huge, life-saving difference. And the benefits don't stop there. They actually extend to our brains. Some of these polyphenols, especially our friend oleocanthal, can do something really remarkable. They can cross the super tightly controlled blood-brain barrier. And once they're inside, research suggests they can help clear out those toxic amyloid beta plaques that are the hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Just amazing.
Okay, so these benefits are just incredible. We all want them, right? But now we come to the most crucial point of this entire explainer, the reason most of us are completely missing out. It all comes down to the dose.
But here's the problem, and it's a massive one. There is a huge, huge difference in polyphenol content from one oil to another. A refined or light olive oil, it has pretty much zero polyphenols. Your standard supermarket extra virgin oil, it's got a little, maybe 50 to 100 milligrams per kilogram. But then you get into these high phenolic oils, which can have over 2,000. That's not a small difference, you guys. It's a 40-fold gap.
So how much do you actually need to get these effects? Well, health regulators like the European Food Safety Authority have established a really specific health claim. They say you need to consume at least 5 milligrams of these key polyphenols per day to get the heart protective benefits, okay? Remember that number, 5 milligrams. And this is where it all comes together. This is the big reveal. To get that 5 milligram therapeutic dose from a standard supermarket olive oil, you'd have to drink about 100 milliliters of it. Do you know how many calories that is? Almost 900 calories. That's insane. But with an ultra-high phenolic oil, you get the exact same 5 milligrams in just half a teaspoon for about 22 calories. You see the difference? It's the difference between something that's basically impossible and a simple daily habit.
This changes everything, doesn't it? We have to stop thinking about all olive oil as being the same. So the big question is, how do we find the oil that actually works? Let's break down the actionable plan.
This is the question, right? If the bottle on the shelf is probably just a culinary oil, how in the world do you find the potent therapeutic-grade stuff that's going to deliver these incredible health benefits? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward once you know what to look for. First, look for the number. Seriously. Brands that have high polyphenol oil are super proud of it, and they will print the concentration in milligrams per kilogram right on the bottle. Second, demand proof. You want to look for brands that back up their claims with recent third-party lab reports. And finally, protect your investment. Keep that bottle away from light, heat, and air because these amazing compounds are pretty fragile.
So ultimately, it really just comes down to this one question. The olive oil in your pantry right now. Is it just a simple condiment, a dressing for your salad,